So today, lads, we're going to be talking about the Indiana Fever again. We're going to be talking about Caitlin Clark and Aliyah Boston's reactions to Stephanie White and how they've responded to Stephanie White being the coach. Obviously, we have seen the two of them at the press conference yesterday, and that's something that is relevant, obviously, which is, like, look, it's a big thing. It's a big thing that both of them are at the press conference. It's a big thing that we've seen Stephanie White being so positive about them. And that's the thing, is you can see on the screen right now, it's a picture. Obviously, Lexi Hull got cut out of this picture, but like Stephanie White said they could potentially be the greatest center point guard combo ever. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to be honest. I don't see that happening. Like, that's like saying they're going to be a better duo than freaking Magic and Kareem. Or, I know he wasn't a center because they had big Oster tag in there, but better than Stockton Malone. It's like, I mean, they're going to win more. They're probably going to win more than Stockton and Malone, if that means anything. But, yeah, you were not going to see Aliyah Boston be the second all-time leading scorer or anything, like Karl Malone was for the vast majority of, well, for most of his career and for 20 years past his career till LeBron overtook him. But, yeah, so let's take a look at what they have both said. So you can see here from Caitlin Clark, we know how much of a legend she is in Indiana. I think it's really cool. Playing against her, I would say I felt like her team always had the best scouts against us. I mean, it's not that difficult to scout against Christy Sides. I'm going to be honest. Like, all you have to do is be like, you know what? All we have to do is give them a lead or make it a close game, and Christy Sides will lose it for them. Like, I would say I felt like her team's always had the best scouts. I think that just speaks to her knowledge of the game and her way to analyze. She clearly was onto something, hopefully in turn. Now that she knows how to stop us, that should be a good way to know how to help us beat certain things as well. Which, I mean, fair. I mean, I think everybody realistically had the scout for Indiana. It was just whether or not they chose to implement it. Cut. Like, that was literally, like, people didn't realize that's all they had to do. Was dribble the ball at the top of the three-point line and just consistently run flex cuts, and someone gets an open layup. And if they don't get an open layup, there'd be a miscommunication. It's a wide open corner three. Like, you could literally just run flex cuts the entire game, and it would be wide open. Like, not one. Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, and Alyssa Smith are three of the worst cut defenders I've ever seen in the sport of basketball. Like, that was the actual, like, easiest way to beat them. It says here, Boston at it. There's nothing better than playing for a coach that you can already tell she's going to pour into us. Oh. She knows the talent that we have, and I'm super excited to get out there in the court. I feel the intensity already. Jesus Christie. That's nothing better than playing for a coach. Basically saying, like, you know what? She knows who our players are. I'd say even Aliyah Boston seemed, even though Christy Sides loved Aliyah, even Aliyah Boston doesn't seem happy. Seems like she wasn't happy playing for Christy Sides. And look, I don't know where Christy Sides is going to go. She could go to Atlanta. Like, there's so many rumors of where Christy Sides is going to go, but, like, I mean, she could honestly go anywhere. And I just don't see a scenario where Christy Sides, where, like, it isn't better. So obviously this is the quote here. It's from the full article, but when I read AB's comments, I was, like, shocked. Where is there a video of this? Her scouts saw the best way to stop. Oh, I mean, I don't think she called the eye poke. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think she called the eye poke, but it's very, very clear from the way these players have been interviewed that nobody wants to play for Christy Sides. Like that is the biggest thing, and like, you're even seeing it, and this is what I always say, is like, when the people that hate the Fever are saying it's a bad signing, you know something's good. You know something's good when, like, we all know all the pages. We all know those trendy hoop stars. I'm not going to put a name to even some of the other people, but, like, the NBC reporter, N.E. for initials. We all know that all the pro Christy Sides people, everyone who's pro Christy Sides hated Indiana. Anyone who wanted Indiana to fail were pro Christy Sides, because Christy Sides was not a good coach. And that's the thing when it comes to Stephanie White, is that you can see how excited the players are because it's the first time they've had a proper coach. Like these players have come from, if you're Aliyah Boston, you've come from Dawn Staley. And look, have whatever opinion you want on Dawn Staley. She's a good basketball coach. Lisa Bluter, Caitlin Clark came from. Even Katie Lou came from Gino Oriema. Lexi Hull played at Stanford. Like, these players have come from elite college coaches to then rocking up and playing for Christie sides. Heck, even Melissa Smith played for Mulkey. Like, they're all playing for good coaches, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're playing sides ball. We're playing sides ball. And like, it's not, it's just realistically not what any of them expected coming to the W. I think even though the talent was better, I think they got coached worse in the W than they did in college. And to be fair, in women's basketball, up to a point, up till recently, the better coaches were in college. So that probably happened in a lot of situations. But at the same time, they finally got a coach who's been successful at the WNBA level. Wasn't successful at college, but she was successful before she went to Vanderbilt, and she was successful after she was in Vanderbilt. So it's a good coach. As well as that, you've got a coach whose A game is to play fast. She didn't do that at Connecticut because look at the players she had. And she was still successful. She was successful in playing her B game. And at the end of the day, if you have Caitlin Clark, Aliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, you don't need a coach to reinvent the wheel. You need a coach who can get your players to play to expectation. And that's realistically what you need, because they're going to, over the next couple of years, they're going to be, unless somehow Paige is with the Sparks and Cam Brink develops like she can and Rakia Jackson develops and they attract another one or two free agents, they got the best young core in a long, long time. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about the entire situation? Are you guys happy? Do you guys think these players are happy? Because I think these players are very, very happy. Like, I don't think there is a player on that Fever team. Heck, even Melissa Smith, who is about to be either traded or cut, or not even cut. She's either about to be traded or unprotected, who will not be there next year. Even the player who has effectively burnt all bridges with the franchise is looking to come back. That's how good a hire Stephanie White is. So, yeah. Worst case scenario, she's not Christie Sides. Like, even if it's a disaster every year, there is no way she'll be as bad as Christie Sides. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.